I would not get in for a buy right now. Price is at the top. Like, you want to get down into a deeper position where you have lower risk for a buy, because if you look at the higher time frame, there's potential for price to come back before making a move up. What's up, y'all? It has been a minute. I know I haven't made a video in 2 weeks. Don't beat me up. I was out with my family who lives out of town, and I just spent the time focusing on them. So I apologize I wasn't here to upkeep with the videos, but you know, family comes first for me. So hopefully you guys understand. I got some rest in. More importantly, I just got some quality time with them. So that was very enjoyable. But I'm here today and I want to take a look at USDJPY. What I'm going to do is a multiple time frame analysis. But first, for those of you guys who are new to the channel, my name is Kaci Jackson. I am a registered commodity trading advisor with the National Futures Association. And I am an intraday swing trader. And so what I do on YouTube is I show my approach to the market. And so you can see how I mark up charts in order to figure out how I'm going to execute in the market. All right. And so starting out, I am using Smart Trader. I really like the Smart tools that allows me to kind of breeze through the markup process. And what I do is I start off on the monthly. And I start off on the monthly because it's going to tell me the overall direction of the market. Now, I also mark off my key levels because I need to know where are the high probability areas where price has the potential to reverse. And so that's what I've done here. And with the Smart Trader and Smart Tools, I can see if the areas that I've chosen are what the system has identified too. And you'll see these black lines that popped up, which all of the areas of support is what the system identified. I believe the system probably has even gone further, but I'm not going to do any of those, or maybe hasn't. Sorry, I'm on the monthly. So it hasn't, but I'm going to also check my resistance to make sure that what I've chosen is correct. Now, I know some people like use this in order to mark up the chart first off, but I believe in marking up the chart manually first before using the smart tools. I think it's just good for practice, and it keeps you sharp, right? So now that I've done the monthly, I'm gonna go down to the weekly. Now the weekly I also use as a gauge for the direction of the market as well. And so I do the same thing. I identify my highs and my lows in order to determine key areas where price has the potential to reverse. Now, trading support and resistance can work all day for you. I did it for a very long time, but at some point you're going to realize that there are some key pieces missing from this, and that's what is corrected when we look and add in the Fibonacci tool into our trading. Now, if you don't know much about it, I definitely encourage you to go ahead and sign up for the no-cost mini course so that you can see how Fibs can change your life, right? So I have identified my levels of support and resistance on the weekly time frame. And what I'm doing is just double checking, making sure that I've gotten all of the areas, which it looks like I have. So I'm going to turn this off. And then I don't think I added anything for resistance. I'm good there. And so now I'm going to go down to the daily. And I'm just doing the same thing again. I'm identifying my levels of support and resistance, and I can't count this as a level because it's not complete, but I can count this. So we're going to turn this red, and then I'm also going to do this right here, and we're going to do this level. All right, so last week was pretty good too. Even though I was on, vacation, we'll call it, I stayed in, or I actually executed some trades last week. I marked up a couple charts, didn't get through everything because I was kind of in chill mode, but Euro NZD and NZDJPY was very good to me. I also got into GBP JPY, and that one I closed out Friday because we came against daily support. And if it's going to keep going down, which I think it will, I'm just going to wait for opportunity to get in again. So, all right, I got my daily levels. Let's go ahead. Let's check. Oh, I added in one too many, huh? Okay. So we're good. The system is still counting this level as daily support back here. I'll roll with it. But you see that we had price kind of break through, but I can't count this as a low yet because we don't have the full formation in order for that to happen. So I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to go down to the 4 hour and I'm going to do the same thing. So I got a level of support right here and I'm going to make this that color. And then that is okay. So I think I'll add this in too, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just lining them up. I got a little bit of OCD when it comes to my charts, so I really like clean charts. I really do. Okay, and then I'm gonna identify my level of resistance. So I'm going back to look at the last high. This is going to be a level of this right here, but has price passed this? Oh no, we're right there. Okay, so this is also a level of resistance. I'm gonna change the pattern just a little bit. Oh, so we are at, okay. All right, let me turn on the resistance. Did I get them all? Let me see. Then we got one up here. Okay. Yep, we got them. You see them black lines that popped up? It says R1, R2, R3. That's resistance. That's smart resistance. So I'm going to turn the smart fib off. Turn smart resistance off. Okay. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go down to or back up. Now, I know y'all be leaving all kind of messages on my page like, oh, whatever works for you, sis. That looks complicated. That's a whole lot of lines. Right. It's because we're zoomed out on the monthly. We basically need to frame the situation and figure out what is telling us, right? And so I go back to the monthly. Now, remember I said I traded support and resistance all day, every day, and it worked for a while until it didn't. And it wasn't until I really understood the concepts of Fibonacci that things begin to make more sense to me. Okay, so what we have here, we see these fib levels or fib sequences are completed. How do we know they're completed? Because they don't have a highlighted background. And then we see an active fib, a large active fib. We have an A low, we have a B high. It looks to be a C pullback, possibly. And so theoretically, the move is to the upside. And long term, now mind you, we are on the monthly chart, so that takes time, like a lot of time. You see each candle represents a month, so that's a month's worth of information. Now you can imagine, you see this sequence to get from the A took from July 2016 to October 2022 6 and a half years in order to get A low and a B high, right? So this is long term. This is the only reason we use the monthly is to tell us the direction of the market, right? The higher time frames control the lower time frames. So I'm gonna delete that. I don't like to carry it down. I'm gonna go down to the weekly and I'm doing the same thing again. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull out my smart Fibonacci tool. I'm gonna click below the last low and boom. So what this tells me is that this sequence is finished. It's not highlighted. A low, B high, shallow retracement, hit the D extension. So what price is trying to find is what we call a C. It's trying to find an entry. So I'm going to delete this. What I'm interested in now is I want to see where we are on the downside. Okay, that's the weekly. Price surpassed the 618 pullback level as it stands right now. Let me go to the monthly to see what that looked like. Okay. 14664. What is this candle? 146627. So it hasn't hit this 786 level yet. Still at the 618, what would be considered. Okay. So this is good information for me. So we did the weekly. We saw that this sequence is completed. So now I want to look at this leg. What's going on? So I'm going to click below the last low. This is the setup that we are looking at. A low, B high, C pullback at the 50% fib level. Also formed weekly support. So theoretically, price should hit this level right here, 154,588. But what do we see before this level? We see monthly resistance, right? So price would have to break through monthly resistance in order to reach this D extension. If we look over here, we see we got strong rejection when this happened last year. It pushed off of this level. So the monthly is a pretty strong level. So now I want to drill down even further. I'm going down to the daily. I want to see where we are, and I want to figure out what my move is going to be in the market. So that's done. I need to move this over. Okay, so this is the active leg of the fib. We have A low, B high, 618 pullback, also weekly support, similar as what we saw before. But the matching D extension to the daily, I don't think we going that high. I just don't. It's above monthly resistance. So theoretically, the move would be to the upside. Yeah. But let's keep drilling down. I'm going to go down to the 4 hour now. Look at this rejection off of this 4 hour level. I'm looking at this candle right here. So price pushed up. Look at that wick. And then the sellers came into the market and pushed price down. And so when we closed, there was a lot of indecision in the market and what was happening. So I'm going to pull out my great Fibonacci tool. I'm going to click below the last low. And this is what we got happening right now. So this is the active fib. We have an A low, a B high, 23.6 pullback. Price is like trying to do something right here, right? But you've got 4 levels of 4 hour resistance here. 4 levels. So I wouldn't necessarily be buying because we finished the sequence to the upside on the larger fib over here, right? Or no, where was it? Hold on, y'all. It was somewhere. I'm trying to remember. We finished it. Remember, we were on the weekly and deployed the fib. The background was not lit up. That sequence had completed. The D extension had been hit. And so price started to retrace and correct. And so my thought is, let me go back up. Hold on. I'm going to go up to the daily just so I can make sure I didn't miss something. We did that. That completed. All right. So this is the active fib. 152. Right. Let me, this is the larger fib, larger move. But let me see what we're seeing over here. Okay. So let's see. The smaller fib, we have an A low, a B high. What is this low on this candle? 141.50 and the 38.2, 144. So it hit the 38.2. But that's the daily. So I would anticipate that we're probably going to see, if price can break above these 3-4 hour levels, see price hit this D extension. And then what I would anticipate would be a corrective move over to the downside. Because ultimately, that daily level is starting to weaken. But that's back to the 38.2. Let me hold on. Let me go back. Y'all know fibs are my guide. So they tell me a lot. I just want to make sure I have not missed before I give my. So we had the 50 pullback, right, on the weekly. On the daily, this sequence is finished out. And then this is the active 618, right? Okay. But what I saw was price push down off of this monthly, informed a monthly resistance level last year, right? So the move, we were sitting at the 618 on a higher time frame. What was that? The weekly? Was that the 618? Let's see. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And so ultimately, the larger move is to the downside to this D extension 121. 120. Oh, that's 122.33. Because we had A, B, shallow retracement, stall out, monthly support, price pull back to the 618 on the larger. So the move on a higher time frame on the weekly, I think, is to the downside. And let me go down to the daily. And now I'm drilling in, just trying to figure out where and what setup is on the table. If a setup, not what. If there is a setup on the table for this pair, or is this something to stay out of right now? I don't think this. Yeah, no. We hit a D extension here. So look, we had A, B, C, pull back, D extension right here. We hit a D extension here. Then we had a big drop off. So I believe I need to be looking for sales. That's what I believe. Let me grab my fib on the 4. So what we got happening here, I don't know that we're going to see price complete to, we could though, 14843. Let me mark this off. So there's potential for a deeper retracement. So what we have here, we have an A low, a B high. Price pulled back to the 23.6. It's less than the 38.2. What we may see is price push up to this level here and then make a deeper retracement before going back to the upside to complete this sequence. That's what I see. I don't know that there's enough momentum for price to continue up and finish out this 14856. We see that daily level has weakened. So over here, price found support, bounced off, but not enough to push to the D extension to the upside. And actually we have a lower high. So this high is lower than the one to the left. And then we also have price broke through that daily support level. And then we're down at the 4 hour level. So I could see something like this happen. I wouldn't get in for a buy. I think the move is actually to the downside for right now. The way that I would set it up is, let me get my ray. So this is the 4. I would wait for a high to form on the higher time frame. Let me go down. I'm gonna go down to the one for the purpose of this. I would want to see a trend line break, a backside retest, and then I would get in for the sale. Honestly, price is at a top already. I don't think it's wise to get in for a buy because you don't really have that far to travel, and there's potential that price could drop from where it is right now. I mean, you look and you see that price is losing momentum. So I would want to see, and let me draw this better so y'all can see. I think that we may see something like this. And what I would wait for is I would wait for price to break through. I would wait for price to come back and test one of these zones in the backside of that trend line, and then look for execution of a sale. That's my thought. And the reason that I'm going to the 618, now let me clarify. Let me go up to the 4. So the level that I've chosen is the 618 pullback level. The reason that I've chosen that is because we have level of 4 hour, two levels of 4 hour support. And then if we look back, that was an area that was once resistance for price. Now there is great possibility, and this is why I only trade to the 38.2 on this move, or advise you guys to only trade to the 38.2 on this move, because it is very possible that price could get to this 38.2, bounce up from there, and then complete this sequence to the D extension. So in order to make sure that you protect whatever profit that you may have gotten off the sale, only trading to the 38.2. But even taking that opportunity, if this plays out this way and price finds resistance at this level, which is very well possible, that's 271 pips to the downside. So that's my thought on USDJPY. I would not get in for a buy right now. Price is at a top. Like, you want to get down into a deeper position where you have lower risk for a buy, because if you look at the higher time frame, there's potential for price to come back before making a move up. So my outlook would be this setup here. Now, as far as a stop loss on this, I might go up to the last, what is that, 147.5. Let me turn this red. And let me duplicate this. Into the 38.2. Let me move this over. And let's turn this green. This is what I'd be looking for. And this is 60 pip risk in order to gain, what is that, 271? So what is that, like 4-to-1? 4-to-1 with the potential. Now, the only way I would play this riding it deeper would be if I move my stop down well into my profit with the potential for a 400 pip drop. And that's what I see. So let me know what you guys are thinking. How are you playing this? What are you seeing on your markup? Are you seeing something different? Let me know. I'm curious, right? And if you're looking for a no-cost group in order to, be around like-minded people, share ideas, whatever, make sure you click the link in the video description. And then if you watch me and my approach to marking up the chart, and you like, hey, I want to learn how to do that, make sure that you sign up for the no-cost mini course. I will show you a way that you can consistently catch pips in the market. Okay? All right. I appreciate you guys for watching. I will see you soon, sooner than you think. And I'm sorry for being gone for so long. So I'll see y'all soon. Bye.